Hi class. I want to give you a little homework to have over the snow days. I know we've not had any in a couple of days, any homework assignments, and so I wanted to throw some your way to give you something to work on. So behind me you see a book. Now this is a math lesson, and you're probably wondering why you see a book. But the book is going to help us read number sentences today, and I'm going to show you exactly what I'm talking about. Now when we read a book, we never start from this side, do we? Like, I'm not going to read this page of the book and go this way. I'm not going to read this page of the book first and then go to this page of the book. You don't read books that way. We know that we need to start on this side and we need to go this way. Okay? When we read a book, we start on this side and we come this way. Now, let's look at these number sentences with that in mind. As you see behind me, I have a poster, and on this poster, you see some toys, some animals, some cars at the bottom. Let's talk about the 3 bears on the top and the 2 giraffes. Now, our target today is, I can use a special symbol to show if a number is greater than, less than, or equal to, okay? We're going to compare numbers today, and I know we know how to compare numbers, but we need to know how to read these sentences the way that they should be read. And that's starting on the left side and coming to the right. Okay? And I'm going to show you some examples and non-examples along the way of how these should be read, okay? Now, we have 3 bears on the left side, and you have 2 giraffes that we're comparing it to. And we want to know what number is greatest, 3 or 2. Now that's simple. I know that you know 3 bears is larger than 2 giraffes as far as 3 and 2, the number 3 and the number 2. But we have to read that the right way because of what the sign is telling us. 3 bears is greater than 2 giraffes, okay? And I said greater than. I always remember to say greater than there because the first thing I see is that alligator's mouth. And we know that an alligator likes to eat cheeseburgers more than Cheerios, right? Because he wants the big chunk of food. He doesn't want the small chunk of food. He wants the big chunk of food. So whatever you see that alligator, whatever you see his mouth pointing at, that's the greater number. Okay, but we just have to read the sentence the right way. So let's go to this next one, which is going to be a lot of fun. 2 blocks and 4 beach balls. What does that sign tell us? Because it's different than the sign above it. It's different. That sign, instead of seeing an alligator's mouth first, we see the alligator's tail. Now that alligator wants to eat the biggest number, the greater number. The greater number is definitely 4. Okay, so it's going to shake its tail at the 2. And if we see the alligator's tail first, we say less than. Because 2 is less than 4. Now a non-example. The way that we should not read this is 4 is greater than 2. Does that make sense? Yes, it makes a whole lot of sense. But did we start on this side, on the left side, and read it to the right? No, we did not. I want us to read these by starting on the left side, looking at the less than sign, because the first thing we see is the alligator's tail, so that's a less than sign. We need to know how to determine if a sign is a greater than sign or a less than sign. So we're going to start on this side, see the less than sign, and let's see the other number. And that is 4, or it's 2 is less than 4, is what you should see there. On the bottom, we won't spend a whole lot of time talking about the bottom, because we know we have 1 car on this side, 1 car on this side. It's equal to, okay? It's equal to. 1 car, 1 car. It's just like on a seesaw. It's going to balance out. You got the same number. You got the same amount. It's equal to. So that's when we would use the equal to sign. So I just want to spend a little more time talking about the less than sign, since I feel like we always look for the greater number in these number sentences. Let's talk about the less than alligator, though. We're going to go to this next page. And it's going to show us 67 and 76. We know that 76 is the greater number, okay? But this alligator is not helping us read that sentence by saying 76 is greater than 67. He's wanting us to start on this side and say 67 is less than 76. I want you to, I'm going to get out of the way and I just want you to look at that. 67 is less than 76. And I say less than because the first thing I see is the alligator's tail. I do not see the alligator's mouth first. That's over on this side. So we say 67 is less than 76. We're going to go to the next page. And as you see, I have two examples, okay? I want to give you time to practice this and read these on your own. I want you to look at them. And I want you to find somebody at home, mom, dad, aunt, uncle, brother, sister, somebody in that house that you're staying with right now, and I want you to read this to them the way that it should be read, okay? Remember, we're going to start on the left side. We're going to come to the right side, okay? We're going to start on the left side, come to the right side when we read these. Take your time, practice. You can pause the video now, okay? Just click the pause button, pause it. That means I'll be quiet and you can talk some. And I want you to read these to somebody at home, okay? Now that you're done reading those, I'm going to give you a small homework assignment, and it should pop up on the screen behind me. I'm not sure how visible it's going to be. But if it turns out that we can't see these clearly, that's okay, because I'm going to attach a file with the worksheet that's going to be very similar to this one. So if you can't see these, that's okay. And if you can see these, get out a pencil and a piece of paper, and you can just write these down, and then you can put the greater than or less than or equal to sign on each one, okay? But remember, I know that you know how to compare two numbers and determine which one is the largest or the smallest. That's not so much what I'm concerned about today as I am us reading these equations from the left side to the right side, okay? That's what I want us to focus on today, pinpoint that, and get great at it, and when we come back to school, we can just move right